Live. Boom. Music. Go. There we go. Welcome, stream. Yes, it's late, I know. So, this is the same world as my other mega base, but, it's another one of them reset things. You know, where we switch around and do some other builds really far away. And I've been working on this one, which is kind of just like, hold on, I gotta fix my monitors so I have it positioned such that I don't feel evil. Alright, there we go. But this base is the one that I've been working on, which is just kind of, massive chasm that I'm gonna fill in with some sort of cave details. There, let me head up here real quick. Can show off my awesome base a little bit more. Ooh. I really haven't done too much of the building portion, but I've got this room. It's my storage, my proper storage. I got this platform before I managed to, you know, set up this. But, yeah, now that these are set up, it's a lot easier. Obviously, there's a bunch of other stuff that's been constructed. You got Toad House. There's proper Hobbit homes further up. And this is what I've got so far. It's somewhat unimpressive in comparison. But, what I have done, that I did slightly show off in a video, which I do not know how many people saw, was a... Excuse me. What the frick? Okay. Hiya! Huzzah! Holy frick. Iron ingot. Alright. Oh! The disc! La 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 lava! Chicken. That is a full iron zombie. Holy crap. Go in the boat! Go in the boat! I need to kill this creeper. Woo! Almost immediately nearly get detonated. No! What the frick? 500 creepers. What the heck? Alright, hold on. I gotta clean these up. Ah. Alright, there we go. That's fixed. Oh yeah, the directional audio. Wonderful. Peachy. I gotta frickin' recollect where my dirt is. Where is my dirt? I do not know the location of it. Somebody else frickin' patched up a creeper hole incorrectly here. I know it wasn't me because I have an aneurysm if I try to patch up a creeper hole without fully filling it in. I go ballistic. That's normal. Do not mind the chicken container. I should make a proper thumbnail for this, but I just didn't feel like it. So I just reused an old one. It's not good enough. More. Alright, but a full iron zombie is pretty awesome. I need to kill this guy. It's been reloading for too long. Oh, I'd rather not thorns this guy to death. Alright. Let me get rid of some of this crap. This, though, music disc is nice. Don't mind the floaty chest. It's simply there for the sake of being there. Let's just dump some of this crap in there. Whatever, who cares? It's my base. I can do whatever I want. Now this... that's gonna take forever. Alright, here we go. This is the gold farm that I spent an obscene quantity of time working. Back. Feed. Nice. So, it's just a regular gold farm. There's nothing special about it. It took an exceptional amount of time for me to make because I only had Frostwalker boots. But the sorting system is nice. You know, I got all these copper golems to sort stuff out, and they deposit all these items here, and I set up a hopper thing that crafts, and it was a whole ordeal that I showed off in the video. Oh, it's actually gone a little bit further since I last checked. But I have several stacks of gold blocks from that, so yeah. The beacon, I just had to get a beacon because I wanted to clear this out a little bit faster, and it has been quite helpful. I had to move it down just because the reach of it wasn't as far as I'd expected. And it still doesn't reach all the way to bedrock, which is crazy. This is already fairly deep. Speaking of, I think I should do a little bit more mining. I've been slowly clearing this out. I wanted to start with the perimeter just because it's like, oh, nicer. Hold on. Hold on. I have to fix my stream again. Me behavior. Oh, frick, there's a fly. Oh, that's like terrible. Get out of my zone, you piece of garbage. Wow, this is like the worst. What am I supposed to do about you? I don't have like a swatter or anything. He's just chilling. Ugh. This sucks. Can't even like swing at him. It's a big fly too. Nope, shaking the desk did not get it to. It does not care. It's not even moving. Up, there we go. I'm trying to like avoid it, but it's not easy to do that. And it's walking on my cube of knowledge. What the frick? Back, fiend! Oh, he's rubbing his little hands. Greedy. I think we have a bug zapper. Hold on. I'll have to go get that. Oh! Frick. Hold on. Why? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna frickin' alt-tab this. Let me grab the text. Combating a fly. Oh, frick, it flew away somewhere and I don't know where it went. This thing is the worst. Alright, this thing has been in my room since the other day, and it found hiding spots somewhere in here. I don't know where it went. Alright, whatever. If I see it again, I'll rush and get a bug zapper and murder that thing. But it's been bugging me for the past couple of days. Anyway, back to the Minecraft, the thing that I was doing, the base building, the excavation. Silky thing. I should probably place that. I want to start with Silk Touch for this, just so I can have some regular deep slate. Oh, there it is. Frick, hold on. The bug! It's back! I wish I had, like, a shoe. Okay, hold on. I got this. Foul beast. Better not move too much or I'm gonna... Oh, it's going behind my monitor. Oh. I got this. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I'm doing it. Okay. Understood. Zapper acquired. Where did he go? There he is. Right on top of my freaking monitor.
Just be aware that he's at your monitor.
Dude, he's like in the worst spot too. He's right by the whiteboard. Imagine trying to freaking like record anything or stream and then there's a freaking bug. Alright, I'm just gonna... Come on. Got him.
Did you actually
He's inside of the thing.
Alright, yeah, keep it.
I'm sparking him.
Yeah, yeah.
I got him!
Throw him outside or twigs. Alright, let me...
Okay. Bug solution. We did it. The fly is dead. Okay. What was I doing? Right, Minecraft. Bug slain. Did I fix my stream? No, I did not. Okay. Good job, me. Well done. Okay. There we go. Back to the Minecraft. You know, the thing that I was trying to do before the fly revealed itself. Again. Oh, my goodness. Do not question how long this is going to take. I should probably try to get netherite before I finish this. Be nice to have more durability on these tools. Bow, bow, bow. Biddle, 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 wee. My gosh. Did not mean to place that torch. Oh boy, iron ore. Deep slate, too. Ah! I did destroy some of the, gravel around here earlier, so I guess it makes sense. Alright, this pickaxe is decently damaged. Probably gonna want to, you know, switch it up or repair it soon. But hey, we made it back to bedrock again. I say again, I've done it again. Don't believe there was a time this stream prior that I've done this. Bedrock. Base of the world. Anyhow, back up we go. That... Huh. Alright. I think we have enough inventory for another run through. I should really be making much more use of this shulker box, since I have numerous items that I do not need on hand at all times. And especially, actually, I don't need to constantly carry the bow around, because I got the trident. I mean, this is the pickaxe from prior, so I can recover the ender chests. For the resetting, of course. As has been prior explained on this stream, on different streams, etc. Oops. Well, guess we're doing this the normal way. Do sort of wish it was insta-mine while I was mid-air, but not much I can do about that. Gosh dang it. Making some really solid progress. Can't wait to be done with the excavations, so that I can start implementing a bunch of my cool building ideas. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to do a lot more excavation just to get, like, detailing correct and, you know, give it a more natural feel, but, like, it's fine. It's not nearly as time-consuming as this portion, I'm sure. I should do more villager stuff as well. Excited to get this done. You know, I should really do more Minecraft stuff, because I really enjoy this game. I love the building. Especially with all these tools that make it faster. I guess you gotta finish some videos and upload those as well. I got thumbnails to do. Maybe I'll change this to just a chill stream. What time do I want to stop at anyway? I've got a while today, I think. Maybe I will just change this to a chill stream. Might be fun. Here's some cobblestone. What the frick? Why did I mine this out? Is this just deep slate that I filled in? Huh. I mean, I don't really need this area to be filled, or empty, so I'm just gonna fill it in. It's not like it's a necessity. Ah! Least concerning Minecraft minor error. Bam! Bam! Da-da-da. I guess I could go to the end and get more shulker boxes. It's just a little bit annoying to go do, you know? Especially when I'm running an iron armor set for this world. Or reset, I guess. And with all the already explored stuff, I mean... it'll just be a little annoying. That's all. Hey, at least I can deposit my stuff easily. Deep slate. Stuff goes here, and gravel here. I don't think I have a cobblestone chest yet, do I? At least not over here. Yeah, definitely not. So get up there. I have a bit of gunpowder spare. Yeah, Yeah, 5. Let's make some rockets and then just throw ourselves into the end. Really don't need that many. Enough to fly a little bit's probably just fine. Oh, we got much more gunpowder to spare than I thought. And I've got more than enough paper as well. Wonderful. Alright, we're good. Let us go get our hands on some stuff. Actually, I'm curious. Oh, that totally works. Okay, it probably takes a lot more practice to get that the way I want it, but... I mean, this functions just fine. Yeah, look at that! You can get good distance. That's not too bad to... It's not as good as Riptide, obviously, but... I mean... This is a much faster way of moving than just sprint flying with the Elytra. I don't need to set my spawn, it'll be fine. Let us go get our hands on some shulker boxes. I do believe I've flown off in that direction already, so let's try this way. By the way, yes, you can just cross the end gap like this. It's kind of awesome. Yeah, man, my hand is so itchy. Part of the reason why I chose to do Minecraft today. What's our Y level? Oh, we're a little bit too low. More than a little bit. Alright. Onward we go. Probably want to avoid looking at Endermen. I wonder if I want to use purple bricks for any building. Might be nice to have like a floating end islet above my base. Honestly, there was one build that I tried a long time ago in a different world where I tried to make my own end city. Might want to do that. It was overworld, or in the overworld, but it was, you know, it was neat. I want to see if I can't do that way better. Because I know I could now. I'm better at building. I just don't know how much better it would be. Let's see if this one's been explored or not. It's looking pretty explored to me. Oh, shulkers. It's not. Got one. Got another. Spare shulker box for me. Honestly, I should start setting up my own music playlists for this, because, like, I have lots of songs that I would like to, you know, play while I raid end cities and stuff. Nice. Another one. Another box. More shulkers? Yes, please. Got him. I don't think you dropped a box or a shell. Okay, this portion's gonna be a little challenging to avoid getting hit during. Through here. Shoot. Okay. Well, whatever. No! I didn't want to go up. Got one. Beamed. Got another. Right, can't use my... Wow, just free iron and diamonds. Okay. Silky thing. Get ourselves a free box. A free... whatever, ender chest. Jeez. Imagine being able to speak your first language. Could not be me. I'm so mentally exhausted because I didn't get enough sleep today. Consequence of needing to work on a schedule that others set for me with no freaking forewarning. Nothing I could do about it. Okay, what? Oh my gosh. I need to get Swift Sneak on my leggings. Nope. Stop that. Nice, that's 4 shells. Just break our way out of here. Okay, so this way. Let's do that. We can make a shulker farm at some point. That some point will not be today, because I do not want to today. Focus on going into the negative 2000 direction instead of the positive 400 direction. For better, I don't know, search portion. There's not a good word I can use here. We did just pass a gateway, though. So maybe we want to come back to that. Could have just left, but I didn't feel like it. I want more stuff. More shulker boxes. Done. 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 Dun, 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 dun. I love the end soundtracks. It kind of sucks that there are so few, because they're awesome. Hi, Peace! I'm getting some shulker boxes orange. Yes, indeed. Looks like my YouTube live chat's having a brain aneurysm right now. Just give me 1 second to fix it. I gotta land to do so. Here we are. You're orange? Are you now? Oh, you are orange! That's wondrous. Gleeful, even. Hold on. Get me some nice starting height. Here we are. So very orange. Alright, YouTube, you gotta stop being such a piece of garbage and blocking out the live chat. It's doing everything in its power to make it annoying to read, and it's fine, though. What color is next so you can lord it over others? I don't know. I actually don't remember. I'll have to check again. And by check again, I can just check right now. 1 minute. I gotta land somewhere up. City! Oh, it's a bigger one. Nice. Let me just... Shming. Okay, they don't see me yet. Let me see here. I don't know if it's rainbow next or if it's like blue. Because there's like 15 different colors, or 5, or tan. No, rainbow is next, so it's the last one. It's a rainbow color. You're on the semi-final. That's pretty cool. Frick you. Evil and hate-filled being. Brother, die. Got him. Another shell, nice. Ah, crud. There we go. It's weird that your name is Green. I guess, no, that makes sense. Green through the YouTube chat, but the Streamlabs thing is making it pink. It's fun. Oh, wait. Come here, boy! I know there's a couple that spawn up top here. I saw that. Or maybe I didn't. Are they not on top? Are they on the sides? Oh, they're on the sides. Okay. But where on the side? I wonder. You had to pause me for a sec? Real. I like that about streams. You can just pause the guy. Ah! What the frick? Oh, they're below! Huh. How goes the Minecraft? It's great. I'm just being assaulted by shulkers. There we go. I need to kill that guy up there real quick. Imagine using a full set of highly enchanted iron armor instead of diamond because you want a minor challenge. Death. Means you get delay, which is annoying. Yep. I mean, there's already minor delay at the minimum because latency and whatnot. Alright, this room. Can I navigate this room without getting shulkered? Oh, frick you. Really? Right in front of my elytra. Yeah, but it's worse than normal. True. Nope, stop that. Fiend. Vile cretin. Nice, another shell. This way. Ah. Got him. Ah, stop that. Let me kill you. Okay, he went under. I wish shulkers were a little bit less annoying to kill. Face me like a shulker. Like a shellfish, I guess? I'm not really sure what they are. A construct, perhaps? They have a lot of health. They make a funny noise. Cease your vile assault. Gotcha. Alright. That's most of them. Always leave a couple just in case we need them later. For farming reasons. How many do we have? 10 shells? That's 5 boxes. Oh my gosh. I'm trying so hard. Dude. I know what the issue is. I need to be crouching. I'm just dumb sometimes, okay? A fool I make of myself. Ah, crud. Well, this is fine, actually. Perfect. Whee! Just gotta keep on keeping on. We'll probably do one more city and then get out of here. May have gotten yourself into a molecule somehow. Intriguing. Explicate. Ow. It's very intriguing. Yeah, no doubt. I've gotta find another end city. Or I guess if I see a gateway, I'll just take it immediately. I mean, I can just jump into the void to get back, because keep inventory of my goat. But, other than that... Whoa, that's an end city, alright. That's a big one, and a boat. Well, I know where we're stopping first. Huzzah. Gotcha. There's a dragon head over there as well. I don't need the brewing stand, but I could take it. Gotcha. Of course, Curse of Vanishing. Efficiency 4 pickaxe, though. Solid. Give me the gold. I actually don't need this at all. I do want that. Liger a lot, been hanging out a lot, and you only just realized it was. That's kind of funny. Nice. Gotcha. I mean, hey! Relationship. I just threw my sword. It's a good thing that didn't happen over the void. Oh my gosh! Frickin' ambush. Give me this. And place it, and boom. go. Love me a dragon head. They're awesome. That is not what I intended to do. Bro is out here winning in every single way that I assume he can. Did he just freaking die? What killed him? There wasn't even like another shulker hit sound. He just died. Spontaneous combustion. Ah, the terrors of Weird World Gen. You don't know how big it is? Ah. Well, that could be... You know... What? Oh my gosh. I can't freaking think. I'm sorry. All of the words inside my head are dysfunctional. Meeting a new person tomorrow. Cool. Meeting new people. Got one. Death to the shulkers. Usually cool to meet new people. Hopefully this is the same. Ah, get over here! Coward! They have so much freaking health. Let's put on this, see if I can't repair it. Gotcha. There's another projectile. Nice. I don't know. Let's go up there first, because there's only one shulker there. Only one left, should be. Simplistic enough to deal with. Is that another bridgeway? No, it's just a frickin' opening. Cease your incessant assault. There's gotta be irritating assault. All of the big words are difficult, and I have to use big words or my brain doesn't function in the first place. So, you know. I have feather falling, whatever. And that, my friends, is why feather falling is amazing. Shulker shell. I think I already did that pathway, so we need to do this one next. Yep. Hi there. Gotcha. Okay, the wings are mostly... Oh my gosh! Got one. Okay. There are frickin' loads of these guys in here. Just projectile spamming. Got him. Nice. Somehow managed to do that entire section without getting shulkered. And then I immediately eat all of the words that I just said. 4 more seconds. I'm gonna get you. You're not officially on that. You met a couple of them before, but you thought they were just close friends. Peak. The true human experience of... What? Hi, Pickle. I am playing Minecraft. What are you doing at 9, bro? I thought you tried to go to sleep earlier than this. Ah, this is just the shulker freaking mafia, bro. Would love to build my base, but I need to defeat the shulker mafia. My goat Pickle. You know if you remember this, but you won the Isaac game in 1 turn. You did not win in 1 turn. It was specifically that turn that you used to go from not being very close to winning the game to instantly winning the game. Because of the most insane set of lucky events ever. It was crazy. The Binding of Isaac. Die! They keep hitting each other and making more shulkers. It's really freaking annoying. Okay. I just need it. No! Frick! Least lucky pickle game? Seriously, dude. Like, I don't think there's ever been a moment where you've not managed to get that lucky. It's just, it's absurd. This man is insanely lucky. I ain't got time for all these gosh darn frickin' shulkers. Oh, away we go. Did I cover this area? Hold on. I thought I did, but apparently I did not. Got him. Another one bites dust. And another one down, another one down, another one bites the dust. I think there's only these two left. So if I can just... Ah ha ha! Wrong teleport! Oh, crud, they spawned more. Try to wind down around this time, but you've been looking through Rain World stuff, because you missed your first time playing it. Fair enough, I guess. Please just cease vital functions. Alright, cool. Shulkers defused. I keep opening this thing like it's gonna have something different in it. It's just my ender chest. I don't know why. I am a simpleton. No! Frickin'. Mission what? Mission what? You calm down! You calm the frick down! Gonna be honest, it's also part of the reason why you're not being active on Discord lately, because you've been hanging out with her. Imagine not being active online because you have real-life interactions with people more often. That's crazy. No, but seriously, that's awesome, dude. See, most of my interactions with friends have been reduced to being online, and when I do go in person, it's very entertaining. But just time doesn't allow it most of the time, which, you know, sucks. I can just die at this point, can't I? There'd be no consequence to doing so. Except that I don't want to. Big 2020 kind of tarnished in-person scheduling IMO. It's not just that, but like, I've also got friends who have to, like, you know, work, you know, actual proper jobs more often. Sorry, you zoned out for a second. What did you say? In-person scheduling has just been more difficult. People have, you know, a lot more stuff on their plates right now because it's nearing the end of the school year and there's more college applications with some of my friends. And others just having to deal with more college work and jobs. It sucks. I don't feel like dealing with all that. I'm just gonna cheat. Whee! Free loot. No. Knockback and unbreaking 3. Pardon? Excuse thee. You gotta actually start job hunting now you got enough stuff for a portfolio. True. True and pickle-pilled. I think I saw a beacon somewhere. Could have been hallucination. Does happen on rare occasion. Nope, there's one right there. That, my friends, is a gateway out of here. As you all know. Ah, come on. But yeah, I'm still, you know, meeting online at least once a week. Generally more often now. Oh. Wow, that was just instant. Where the frick am I? No, huh? What? Why there? Okay, whatever, it's fine. Don't question the raw chicken in the end, it's there for a reason. Oh, man. Speaking of jobs, also two Mugenics DLCs announced. I haven't even finished the base game. I don't want to pay $40 more already. Wait, never mind. I don't have to pay $40 already. Freaking Boeing got back to us finally. I'm sorry, Boeing? Boeing? That's crazy. Big old company? That's nuts. You never said that. One is going to add 4 classes. I was going to Act 4 update to your knowledge. That's crazy. That NDA. Well, yeah, I know. The NDA stopped you, but I mean, like, it was for Boeing? That's crazy. That's nuts. That's preposterous. That's absurd. I can't think of any more synonyms at this point. Flummoxing! It's flummoxing! How? How intriguing! It's... I mean, like, awesome, though. I'm at a loss for words. I gotta make some cyan dye, I think. What's that? Blue and green, right? You can talk that you're working for them, but you can't leak state secrets. Are they actual state secrets, or are they... Actually, you probably can't disclose that, so I'm not gonna ask. Let me harvest this cactus real quick. It's worse than awesome. It's crazy, is what it is, at least. It's a frickin', at least decently paying, I would assume. But that's nuts. A Boeing contract is crazy, man. So, I mean, like, there's nothing else that you can talk about in relation to it, then? I want to know, but I know that I won't get answers for a lot of stuff. It's a contract for an animation that's supposed to be presented to the C-suite. Oh, okay. That's crazy. What's the C-suite? Is that the high-paying, or is that the executives? Either way, it's still crazy. The CEO type people. Okay, so it's the executives. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Least absurd viewer lore? Like, what the frick? Oh yeah, I just got a contract with Boeing, you know, nothing crazy. Make some cyan dye. So, yippee! Stress! Yeah, I can understand that. That would be incredibly stressful. That's still kind of crazy, though. Just absurd, even. Oh, you know, I should start transferring this stuff over to my new storage system. I'm gonna do that. Where's my bucket? There, my bucket. Technically, it's the spirit side of Boeing. Huh. I mean, it's still Boeing either way, so. Boeing is a company, for sure. Do I need any more? I need to set this up to be a proper lava dispenser thingy. Proper lava farm, that's the right words. Yep, that's crazy. I am going to start depositing my valued objects in here. Make some blocks iron, make some MEOs. You're meeting with HR Thursday. Bro, that's terrifying. I would be freaking out to the nth degree. Apples do not belong in my box of things as enthusiasts, quite simply put. Whatever. This can go in here. I feel like having the diamonds out in the open makes it a little bit easier to see them. There we go. Just need to go over 1 to 9 crap. That's nuts. That's... I keep saying it, but like, what else am I supposed to, you know? It's just crazy to me. That's not my main chest plate. I'll set up a separate storage thing for that, I'm sure. 41 apples, by the way. Shulker shells are a valued artifact. I mean, at this point, I can just start, like, doing this, right? Because I know I have a couple shulker shells in one of these boxes. I'd just like to be able to get them in a position where they're not super annoying to work with. Gonna be doing modeling and texture, you think? That's insane. What the heck? Dude. Yeah, I'm just doing modeling and texturing for an animation that's being presented to the Boeing executives, you know, the CEOs and everything. It's nothing that crazy. I mean, you clearly are reacting like it is because it is. I don't know. I can't, like, stop and think right now. It's still just nuts to me. Like, what the heck? It's preposterous. Absurd. There's not a thing benign about it. Yo, hi. Hi! Welcome to the stream. We're playing Minecraft. Sorting through all my garbage. And apparently talking about this guy. You're pretty mad right now. You haven't started. Okay. Nothing to be at all concerned about then. Talking with the guys. This is... Trying to not overreact at all. In case you forget, you went from 0 to 4 souls in the span of 1 turn. Yeah, that's absurd. Thumbnails there, professional thumbnails for you for free for cost about 1 to 2 thumbnails. If you get views, like it, let's work together. I'm your subscriber too. Yeah, no thanks. Because Boeing is taking forever. I'm just going to, you know, put you in timeout really quickly. There we go. Boeing takes forever. Yeah, that's expected. I gotta add more general rules now. That's, I think, the first time we've seen... I think it's the first time I've seen somebody trying to advert in this. That's crazy. Can make like super epic cool thumbnails or whatever. Alright, there we go. Updated the rules slightly again of the stream. Hey, that means you're getting bigger! It does! I don't know how to feel about that. Every once in a while we get people popping in doing this stuff. If you can tell that somebody doesn't know what they're doing if they're trying to advertise thumbnails to me. Because, I mean, look at my channel. I am not in need of that. You're almost 2K. Yeah, I've been almost 2K for like a year. Is that hand gesture that represents money where you rub your index finger and thumb together? Yeah, I think that's a pretty apt description of, like, of how I look when I talk about my thumbnails. I have more than the necessary quantity of those already. Yes. Also, something that I haven't been doing enough of is condensing my copper into blocks, because you can uncondense copper blocks. Like, that's a thing you can do. I need to do that more often, because it's a thing I can do. It makes me feel a little bit dumb when I just don't. Alright, do I leave any more valued stuff in here? Not really. I mean, quartz, maybe? Okay, I love that I click on the complete wrong freaking object multiple times, like a stupid, idiot, dumb moron. Can make you 3D model thumbnails for free. Yes, peace, I'm quite aware. Oh my gosh. But thumbnails are really not that hard. I mean, like, I can understand if, like, you're doing this full time. You obviously should probably not skimp out on making this stuff. Like, you probably want to get somebody who's a proper artist to do it for you. But I mean, like, if you can already draw, might as well do it yourself, right? Or even if you can't, it's fun. Take a screenshot and then draw a little guy over top. It's great. If you do, you'll charge me $25 an hour. Oh, man. That's mob drops. This is burger. This is mob drops. Burger. I've started calling all food burger as a consequence of, well, really liking burgers, I guess. Which has led to being physically unable to refer to things normally. I've gone nuts. Ages ago it happened, I'm sure. But now food is burger to me. All of it. It is typed as burger. I've had books in here the entire time. Oh my gosh. That's mob drop. I'm gonna go put some burger away. I think I'm fine leaving this here. I might move a couple stacks of carrots over. Book burger. The books do look a tad like burgers. Oh, right! Earlier this stream, just at the very start, I got this fully iron zombie. Thought he was pretty neat. I wanted to show him off. He looks cute. I like my golden dandelions. I'm gonna have to get a whole bunch of those for decoration purposes, because they are quite nice. Immediately stares directly into the wrong freaking chest. Like the smart little critter I am. Boom. All of our food has been properly separated. I might try to slightly organize this into, like, meat and veggies. Hey, it's the same as the Boeing rate. It's less than it should be because it's through your college and it's cheaper for them to use students. So they're paying you reasonably, which is insane for big corpo. I mean, that's awesome, no? Also, I will note, I cannot do push-ups this stream. I know, very, very sad. It is a consequence of my hands, my eczema, my dermatitis acting up, so I can't really do it right now. If it ends up shutting up later, then I will, maybe. But, figured I'd alert you since, you know. Really destroyed your arms when you fought today, didn't I? You did, yeah. You don't know who does that use students for animation whose target audience is the C-suite executives? Yeah, that's, what if we use this literal toddler in terms of, you know, capabilities or relation to the craft and recency, and just have them construct the entirety of our presentation for us? This seems like an incredible idea. I mean, obviously, massive over-exaggeration, but still, like that's kind of what it feels like. And we're gonna pay them a reasonable rate, which is the most insane thing to me because I mean it's Boeing. They're weird. And a company big. And they could pay less, but they're choosing not to, which is extremely weird. Can you believe that? Boeing choosing to pay people reasonably? I mean, that's insane. I'd never heard of such a thing. I'm gonna need a redstone chest too, aren't I? Man, it's gonna suck. You have an upper limit to the hours you get paid for. Oh, okay. So, you can't necessarily just be paid for everything. Man, it's always so weird when I hear about people freaking talk about their work experiences. You can't go over 60 hours a week? That's crazy. 60 hours a week is a lot. Is it 60 total or just in a week? Because if it's total, then that's a bit more, you know, absurd, obviously, but just in a week, I mean, that's not too extreme. Total, okay, so it is a little odd. I mean, I guess it's probably not that significant a project. If it's one animation, surely, right? That's not completely unreasonable. Ink sacks. Don't mind my 2 stacks of obsidian. Those are important for the wither skull farm that I need to make. Yeah, you'd say. Yeah, right? Like, it makes sense. I did not mean to do that. Sure, whatever. I need to get digging. I would like to make more progress, so I will do such a thing. Carried out an animation with a team of 3 in 5 weeks. As in, that was the animation that you, like, have already done, or you need to... There's, like, just that... You're just referencing that here. Let me get some shulker boxes set up, too. 1, 2, 3... Do I have gray dye? I guess I can get black from the pile I have here. And then I know I have bone meal. Kind of want to do light gray. Here, let's just do light gray, because I have... Actually, no. Black gray, there we go. It wasn't for the bone job, okay. Sugar box. Okay, I might want to switch that to light gray dye, actually. It was a state leadership conference in which you got second. Oh! Yeah! That was pretty cool. I remember that. You mentioned it. It was awesome. They should make the shulkers have buff arms to punch you with and call them bulkers. Pickle, I don't know if that's a great idea. In fact, I would argue that that's an incredibly amazing, awesome idea. I actually want to see more, like, construct-type creatures in Minecraft. We have some golems, but we don't have nearly enough. Like, the redstone monstrosities, I wish they were in the game. Still salty about both those conferences. Is there something that you could talk about that made it, like, particularly unfortunate, or? Just, like, bothersome. I'm gonna have to fix these soon as well. Oh, well. It was your placements? Oh, yeah. It feels a little sucky that you kind of just got, you know, not first place. I mean, seriously. I'm gonna fix this real quick. Hold on. If you got first, you'd have gone to nationals, which, again, completely freaking insane. But you didn't. You got second. Just barely out of there. It's the sort of same conundrum, I guess, as... Oh, hold on. I should... Words fail me again. Deposit the water for a moment, so I can figure out a better positioning for this. I feel like here, maybe, would be better. I don't know. Let me see if I can't beat it down all the way to here. Booyah! Right. Let's go right back. You qualified, but your school only takes the first place winners since it's a giant school. Oh, that freaking sucks. That genuinely sucks. Even if it's a giant school, they should take all of the winners who can go, right? Like, that's not unreasonable at all. Like, you should have... No wonder you're mad. You got hit by some massive bullcrap. The gravel comes to spite me once more. Everything in its power to be even slightly more tedious than before. Top 2 qualify, if you recall. That's just unfortunate. Especially with top 2 qualifying. Because that means that you qualified, and you still weren't able to go because your school is a pile of doo-doo. I don't know, I don't have a better insult. Your school's executives are a load of cabbage-headed morons. There we go, that's slightly better. I can't think of any terrible vegetables at this immediate instant. Beetroot brains, I guess. That's funny. Beetroot. Beetroot. Well, hey. We can keep looking at my awesome, super cool, amazing base that I'm building. Which currently consists of a giant freaking chasm. I think I just heard the dog barking. They have to take the winners from preschools. You dreamt an insult recently. That's a new one. Let's hear it, Mr. Pickle. Bum. bum, bum, bum. I think it was self-ignorant bulldogs. That's certainly a new one. Never heard something like that before. I've never heard anybody be called a bulldog as an insult, though, to be fair. Super proud of it when you woke up. Yeah. To across the country to nationals. You understand the reasoning. It's a significant, like, expenditure, yes, but it's still bullcrap. Like, you have a right to complain. And be annoyed. Because it is annoying. My gosh, look at all, look at that. That's crazy progress. All the way to freaking bedrock. Okay, I need to patch this up before I start freaking screaming. This freaking tunnel was made by one of the other people on the server, and it infuriates me because this guy just decided, I am going to strip mine. Even though not only being told that it is not good anymore, but also knowing that it is not good anymore. Also, I may have just removed my most efficient way back up. Silly me. Anyway, back up we go. Here? I think? Here? Yeah. Go, my silk touch tool. Ah. Dude, the quantity of gravel has only been increasing. Give me that stone. I like not having to work with like a set plan in place in this structure building. It's very nice. Oh, look. A minor convenience. How wondrous. I think I said it at the very start, but people were not there to hear. So, basically, this base is just going to end up being a giant chasm-type cave. And then I'm going to fill it in with a bunch of sort of layer-like structures that just have the different cave biomes in them. And that'll be my base. I'll have it lit up, obviously. I think I was supposed to be using a diamond pickaxe, not the silk touch diamond pickaxe. Oh well, it's fine. Inventory filling up. Explode. Nah! Hey, look, some gold that I don't need. I mean, I do want it for decoration, since I don't have that much gold ore. YouTube, I swear. Were you going to say explode yourself? That's an old one. YouTube, on its way to censor literally the only person paying it. I guess you really do swear, because it's freaking censoring everything at this point. I can't see anything. You're trying to say explode it. The reason why I haven't done that is mostly just because I want the resources. Having this much stone, I think it would be funny. But also, like, I have no idea how much I'm gonna end up using with the construction portion of this. And also, I do not feel like going to go get coral fins, which I guess I could just take some from my ender chest at this point, yeah. That is an option. 1 TNT at a time? That would be torture. I'd rather not do such a thing to myself, thank you. Depositing my resources obtained. As one must. Oh. Let me just get that out of the way. And back up we go. Oh, come on, dude. Holy frick. I keep doing this exact same thing. There we go. Problem solved. Never an issue again. Surely. Oh. I mean, like, look at this. Behold the depths of despair. I should move my thing further. Mine raft. Hi, shrimp! Welcome back. Or I guess welcome to this stream specifically. But welcome back in general. No beacon. Yeah, the beacon ceasing its function at the lower points of this is really sucky. Also, hey, deep slate copper. That's a nice block. First we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft. Why the frick is there a torch there? Oh, wait, I know. Because we're entering the stupid strip mine! I would probably die if I had to do this without a beacon. Which, to be fair, I was initially going to do it without a beacon, and then I realized that I would rather die than do it without a beacon. So then I chose to activate a beacon, and do it with the beacon. I think I heard an axolotl sound. That or it was my, like, hand squeaking against something. I mean, either way, solid going. Yep, we can see that it cuts out, like, unfortunately close to the bottom. We'll have to move that down, like, 20 blocks, probably. Maybe only 10 if I'm... Whatever, I can stop contemplating. I should just do that right frickin' now. It would be very, very easy. There would be little difficulty in it at all. I'm just being lazy. Let's go do that as soon as I'm done with this layer. I'll move it down. I wish beacons had infinite vertical range. What does the base look like, by the way? So far, it's not really anything crazy, but I did mention it. Basically, it's going to just be a giant chasm initially, and then I'm going to fill it in with individual layers that are just, like, different cave biomes. Fretting over the HR meeting, since you need a list C document, but your list C documents are back home, so you're having one mailed up to you and hoping it arrives tomorrow. Constellation, I don't know if you heard, but you won the Isaac card game in a crazy way. Also, why are we entering the Abyss? So the reason why I want it to go... Okay, firstly... That is an unfortunate situation piece. Secondly, the reason why we're digging all the way to bedrock is because I don't think I'll be able to fit all the stuff that I want to, unless I have this all the way down to bedrock. Because I want to do quite a lot of different stuff for this build. Obviously, each different cave biome type, but also I kind of just want to have access to like storage, crafting rooms, maybe even a villager hall specifically for this. Yeah. List C documents, birth certificate, and social security type. Yeah. It's like literally the most important documents, and not having them immediately with you because you didn't expect to need them is unfortunate. So you're making a bunker. Not really. If I was... Oh, crud. You already have list B. Okay, that's good. So you just have to worry about the most, you know, vital documents. Hi, Nish. This isn't really a bunker. It's more so... sky exposed chasm type base. So here, I'll get up here properly. We have this sort of roof like this. And the first uppermost layer is going to be our, you know, dirt and trees and stuff. And I'll try to fit a little tiny desert area over there. But I can, hold on. I'm going to give you a good look at this real quick. It's friggin' stupid. You need a birth certificate type to get a Type B document. Yeah, that is frickin' stupid. So, you know, we got this little tiny area set up so far. I'm gonna sleep to prevent the monstrosities from forming and facing us. And next thing's next. We're going to have to make some more stuff. Dope hole, dude. Yeah, no, so this was originally a cave opening, and I had to, you know, completely freaking obliterate it to make it fit more stuff, but it works. And it's nice. I mean, it'll maintain haste 1 through the entirety of removing the gold blocks, so I'm just gonna do that. Wait a minute. First, I should probably do this. There we go. You're tired? Good night. Hope your cuts and bruises and broken arms from our fight heal. I do as well. But no, HR. Frickin' HR. Human resources on their way to make sure that every single human is used exactly as a resource. And not given any freaking breaks or leeway or happiness or smiles. Me and I treat all my humans like resources, so they get mad and try to kill me. There was no way that I could have possibly predicted such a thing would have happened. You have your SCN memorized and freaking written down. But no, you need the birth certificate. It sucks too, because the social security number really isn't that, like, secure of a number. It's your security proof, I guess, of some individualism. But it's so easy to steal, you know? Just burn somebody's house down and boom, gone forever if they don't memorize it. Contact the government? Well, how are they going to get the social security number if they don't already have the social security number, you know? It's a whole deal. Whatever. Whatever. Is this low enough? No, let's go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lower. Okay, actually, let's just keep going. Okay, we've made it to Deep Slate. I think this is probably low enough. So we'll want to put the gold layer here, or the first gold layer, rather. And you need the SCN to apply for the appointment, but it's also a Type C document needed by HR. My word. I mean, I guess it makes sense if it's, like, Boeing. Even then, it's still just tedious and annoying. Stupid, dumb, annoying and infuriating, etc. Low-key catching up on One Piece for the last 4 hours. Dude, I am so annoyed with One Piece because I watched through the entire series, like, last year, and I frickin'... it took me, like, a month of non-stop watching it, and it was the only thing I viewed. And the show has such bad pacing in a lot of areas. It's a good world, concept, idea, story, etc. But it gets frickin' bogged down by all of the slow frickin' waiting moments, you know? End of Egghead is peak. I liked End of Egghead. Egghead had a lot of really, really awesome hype moments in Aura, which is basically what One Piece is at this point, to be fair. The story is interesting, there's some intrigue, but I mean, like, it's just gotten annoying, like, waiting for it to reach an end. It's been, like... What? How long has it been running? Like, 20 years? You skip the fillers to go faster? The problem is I don't know which parts... I didn't know which parts were filler initially. And even, like, skipping through the filler parts ends up having me spend, like, 80% of my time watching it skipping, because there's so freaking much where they just don't do anything, or they're recapping things that have already occurred, that we've already seen. Kuma's backstory was pretty insane. Yeah, definitely. That's depressing. It's well written. I can say that much. Well, you know. I've been told by my friends that the manga is far, far better paced, but I don't have the patience or ability to read it without having to deal with other bullcrap, like, you know, finding a proper site for it and then continuously keeping up, which is not easy for me. The only thing that I've managed to, like, read that is manga and not, like, a proper novel is frickin' Steel Ball Run, because it was simply that goated. I liked it that much. And its pacing wasn't completely abysmal. Speaking of, Steel Ball Run, frickin' TV show gonna be weekly soon. Hopefully soon. Excited for that. I also just read the manga for the arc before the arc that Kaido's in. Huh. I don't know too much about Kaido's backstory. I mean, I know what everybody else knows, but I also don't know the other important stuff. What is it? The stuff that's only visible inside of the secret. Secret. The frickin'... Oh, what are they called? The interviews or whatever that Oda does that makes it impossible to access a frickload of the content unless you look for it explicitly. It's annoying. You want to see the Gear 5 reveal animation? It was incredible. Wait for the manga to... And for people who watched it when it aired. SBS, yeah, that. A lot of the recaps are because the stuff they are recapping actually aired. It was like months before. Yeah! But it's still annoying! I don't like... if half of the episode is delegated to it, it's just annoying. The worst part is there's a lot of really good filler stuff that actually does use. There's entire arcs that are filler that were really good. Frick, hold on. I am going to put away this because I need to do that. My gosh, moron behavior. Alright, here we go. Come on, get down there. And beacon. I think the water... Okay, no, water doesn't stop it. We're good. Haste 2, baby. The arc there, have fun mincing your rift. See you later, Nish. Have good sleep. Okay, hold on. I gotta read stuff again. The arc they're on is going to be peak. You've been spoiled by the manga a bit. I know only a little bit about the Elbaf, the friggin' Elbaf stuff that's going on so far. I am not super well acquainted with a lot of the lore stuff, because I've mostly been focusing on not having a brain aneurysm every time I have to frickin' wait more for stuff to, you know, release, become available. And it gets annoying. I can wait, but it's annoying that I have to wait so long to view it as somebody who does not have the mental fortitude to go find and read the manga. Thriller Bark was interesting, to say the least. They went back to Thriller Bark. Always been foreshadowed since Little Garden. Yeah, I guess. Whole Cake Island. Whole Cake Island was interesting, but that's because it's Whole Cake Island, and it's one of the more awesome areas, conceptually. I liked the big elephant. That's the one you skipped, really? There's a lot of really important character building in that one. I don't think there was much filler at all, honestly. Thriller Bark was peak because Brooke was introduced. Yo-ho-ho. Because you read the manga. Oh, okay. I think that Whole Cake was probably one of my favorite parts. So it was pretty good. That was just before the nightmare that was freaking Wano taking up, what, 100 chapters or whatever? Episodes, sections? What? Chapters, I'm sure that's the correct term. Yo-ho-ho. Yo-ho-ho-ho. Yo-ho-ho. Yo-ho-ho. I can't do it right now. I'm too dysfunctional. Whole Cake and Sanji's marriage arc was crazy. Yeah. Yeah. I will say, what is it? The live action adaptation I ended up watching because my family wanted to watch it. And I will say, I think it does a lot of stuff a lot better than the anime. Zeus is an interesting character. He exists. That's about all he does. Because for some unknowable reason, he simply stops being used as much as soon as they're out of Whole Cake. Despite him, you know, supposed to be some kind of, you know, decent power-up or whatever. But no, we simply cannot allow anybody other than freaking Luffy to get important screen time. Usopp get to do important things, have character development. No. That's preposterous. He's been used lately? Okay, I haven't seen the newest couple episodes, though. So, my point of reference is partially incorrect. Live action One Piece definitely did early One Piece justice. Yeah, I really greatly prefer the way that Sanji is done in the live action. I think it's much, much better than the way that he's portrayed in the anime. I don't know how the manga does it. I assume it's similar or identical to the manga. I don't think that he's a good character with some of his quirks in the anime. Like, yes, he's obviously well written outside of the sex pest type character design, and I get that it's like a common jokey thing done in Japanese media, I guess. But it's just, I don't like it. It's terrible. Just sworn he was used in Egghead or Wano. He appeared a little bit in Wano. Not nearly as much as you would expect, again, for a character who's basically a power-up. And especially with how much, like, they ended up fighting stuff, I mean, you would have expected him to be used more, but he shows up, like, 3 times. At least in my memory. I guess it's been, what, a year at this point since I've seen Wano? Maybe actually got way more use than I saw, or than I recall. But I don't remember him getting that much, like, usage. It's just like he exists as a character, but he's not... Imagine you get a really cool ability, and then you decide to never use it because you don't have to. Or because you don't remember to. The Zoro fights were good, yeah, but it's because it's Zoro, and he will always get, like, good screen time. Zoro and Luffy are kind of the 2 that get the most focus, always. Which, you know, sucks. Because I like seeing the less powerful characters do stuff and get character development. Because, you know, that's sort of one of the more interesting parts of a story. What is it? Frickin', we got Robin not getting nearly enough interaction with a lot of her abilities. Kind of said the exaggerated Sanji's woman magnet quirk and Egghead in late Wano. I'm kind of sad that it's used the way that it is at all in the anime. I just think that it's, like, too much. I mean, with the tone that they're trying to push toward, it feels, like, out of place, almost. Like, it's clearly becoming more serious. It just feels kind of... It doesn't even fit the absurdity of One Piece. Like, it's just... It feels wrong. They focus on Usopp and Nami a bit lately. That's good. I'm glad that they're getting proper freaking screen time. My goat Usopp needs much more attention and focus. Because he got to use freaking the observation hockey once and never again. From the content that I've seen. And it's just... Like, come on. What's the point? I know that's a common complaint. Give Brooks some screen time. Yeah, right? Every single character really needs a bit more, well, interaction. I mean, seriously. Usopp's gonna get used this arc. Hopefully! I know people were kind of complaining at some point about it. All I ever see online about One Piece is freaking people complaining for whatever reason. Which sucks, because there's genuine criticism to be had, but a lot of the time it ends up just being, I didn't like this part because the character didn't act the exact way I wanted them to, even though that would have been stupid. But there is genuine criticism, right? Like, my points are obviously the only genuine criticism. And the other you won't talk about because it's the manga. Alright, thank you for avoiding spoilers. Even if I'm kind of done. I know frickin' Mr. King or whatever gets a frickin' face reveal. What's his name? The Lord of... The King of the World. I can't remember. Emu? Emu, whatever. The latest Usopp you can think of is when he used Observation Hockey against Uda Film Red. Emu. Okay, yes, it is Uda. Or Emu. Whatever, frick. Ah! The films were peak. I don't even know if they're canon. They've got to be at least some of them, right? Surely. I know I watched one of them. Most of the films are good watches. Yeah. I don't think I saw Red. The only one I saw or ended up watching, I don't remember its name, but it's the one that takes place during the time skip. Only a few films are counted as canon. I remember there being a guy whose power was multiplying, like, the force or the velocity or the effects of things. It was a cool ability. I wish they would do more stuff like that. It just seems like there's not too many cool things. You have the Big Bad song in your playlist because it's so good. I don't think there's a single song from One Piece in my playlist. I like some of them, but not to the degree that I'm like, yeah, I would like to listen to this as I break my bones and muscles. As I exercise intense. It was confirmed by Oda that the characters from film Red are canon, but the film itself isn't. What a frickin'... Okay. Big Bad is the song for film Red. Okay, so I just need to watch it then. Is that seriously? Oh my gosh, I need to move the beacon even more. Whatever, I don't have the patience for it. Ah. The Bedrock Abyss. Slowly but surely creating a perimeter. Otto did amazing with the OST for Film Red. I don't know who that is. I'm guessing they just do songwriting for the series. That's my assumption, based upon the context. You can give me a general plot gist. Alright, go for it. Why not? I'd like to hear. Look at that, we're almost over to there. Making insane progress on this. Once I have the outline done, things get a lot easier. Because I don't have to worry about accidentally breaking stuff that I don't want to. I can just go ham. Ah, crud. Ugh. Ah, goop in my throat. Get it out. I might have to stop and blow my nose. So apparently it doesn't reach quite 64 blocks. Or maybe it reaches exactly 64 blocks and it's not seeming like it because it's slightly higher than Deep Slate, the beacon itself. Watch YouTube block the freaking text block that you try to send. That would be mad funny. Would also be really annoying. Copy paste the text block before hitting send. 'Character Uda, if you recall correctly, is Shank's daughter that was a friend of Luffy growing up, but was against his idea of becoming a pirate. She becomes a worldwide celebrity and gets a hold of a giant frog. I know she gets a hold of a devil fruit. I know that part. She has something to do with songs and creating like a reality out of music or putting people in a trance or something. I know that. Three, two, one. Okay, so it ran out somewhere over there. Big Bad song that contains a demon lord, and if sung, puts everyone to sleep and traps them there. There's some way to get out, I assume. Right, 7. By destroying the Demon Lord, yes. Okay. See, I think that's probably the first devil fruit that actually has a devil in it. Or, I mean, like, directly has a devil in it, I guess. Are you planning on watching Film Red? I mean, not really. As interesting as it might be, I've got, like... I don't really have a reason to. I mean... Even for the plot, if it's not canon, it might be interesting to watch. I don't know, I'll think about it. Pros and cons to consider, you know, all that. Song was good. The music is good, understood. Alright, let us deposit 5 coins. TOT Musica. Please deposit 5 coins. Thank you for depositing 5 coins. Duh. $500 tough. That. Until, like, tater, until... That is the wrong box, my good sir, me. Tough. That in there. That in there. Cobblestone. I really need to set up item frames for this. Song's lyrics has genuine Nordic runes in it, by the way. Of course! It seems like a vitally important portion of world building, I'm sure. Alright, let's go repair this crap. I'm gonna stop for a second to maybe go to the restroom and get something to drink. I'll throw in a snack break sign for y'all. Whoa, okay. I'm curious. Oh, more than sufficient, yes. I don't know what TOT Musica is still. Let me just spare your ears real quick. Yes, repair my beautiful tools. Yes, repair thyself. Repair thyself. I don't have my rockets on me, so I am just gonna have to end my life after the end of this. The evil and nefarious music. Is that what it's called? TOT Musica. Is that just the name of the power, or is that like the... Interesting how it doesn't consume all of the experience on its own unless you're holding more than one object that consumes XP. It's the song, not the power. Okay. Finish repairing and then hurl yourself into the void. I love having thorns on my chest plate. It makes it so easy to just not care. The power is the Uta Uta no Mi, or the Sing Sing fruit. Of course, because the character must be named the same thing as their fruit, or something similar, to make it funny. I actually don't know anything about the naming conventions. Is this thing not... Oh my gosh. My axe isn't mending. Whee! That's right, we play with keep inventory on this server. It's much more fun that way. Anyway, I am going to go on a snack break. I don't have like a fire or anything. Hold on. I think I do actually have a campfire. Let me just get some things for the snack break. Shut up a little sector for you. I know I have a campfire in one of these. It might be over here. Nope. Hoppers work with campfires? Do they? Maybe? I'll check that. I guess I don't have it. That's a shame. Right. In the meantime, I can just make another hopper. Another campfire, for that matter. Just remember, there's a character that's whole purpose was to be crucified and killed for dramatic effect, named Victimothy Crucifixia. And remember that Hamburger is a canon character name. If I recall correctly, anyway. Real guy named Ham Space Burger. And he wears an American flag on his hat. Ham Space Burger, what? Smartest man alive, people. Okay, sticks. Just need a piece of coal. Peakside characters. Yes, indeed they are. I hear you, wandering trader, and I will banish you to hell if you do not leave me alone. Bop, 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 bop. I will kill you. Unless you have something really good, which you definitely do not. Dripstone could be nice, actually. We have immediate access to all of this other stuff, though, so... Let me just get to a good position for this. Swing. Bro, he dodged it. You know what? Okay, this thing just freaking phased through his llama. Dude, what? How much health does this thing have? Die! You have failed me for the last time. Anyway. Let me just set up a nice little campfire cooker. Actually, that gives me an idea. If hoppers work with campfires, I can set up an automatic chicken killing thing that guarantees that it gets cooked because I can just use a dispenser. That was an innocent man. He was not innocent of bothering me, though. Which is the only crime that someone can truly commit. Okay, that doesn't work. Dang. Is there a way to interact with... Give me a second. Campfires like that? Do dispensers work with them? Do I have dispensers? I might have to make a dispenser. I mean, surely something exists like that, right? Also, I have hostile mob sounds off. I should turn this back on. Yeah, that's good. It's a good idea. I have auto crafters. Not much I can do with that fact, but I have them. Well, whatever. I'll just give you a campfire to sit in front of. Yes, delectable campfire. I have to mute myself and banish the guy, so... Ah! Let me put up snack break text first, actually. Hold on. Yes, I know it says combating a fly. Snack break. Am I able to put a background on this? Not really. Snack break! Oh, yes, I can. Okay, wonderful. Background color. Nope. Oh, it really does not want me to do this. Oh, background opacity. Center alignment. Vertical alignment. Doop. Doop. Okay, so in theory this should just work. There we go. And I stare at this. And hopefully the game doesn't break. Hold on, wait a minute. I actually have a terrible, terrible idea. If I pull out some beef, and I just hold right-click on this, and then I do F3 plus... Okay, hold on. I have a terribly stupid, silly idea. If I F3 plus T this... In theory, I'm still holding right-click on this. Evil and nefarious, yes indeed. I need to see if this works. As soon as one of these cooks off, I'll know it does, or doesn't. Also, I need to mute myself still. That's, you know, probably a vitally important part. Okay, I don't think that worked. That didn't work this time either. That's fine. What if I hold right-click here? No. Oh, yep, there we go. Okay. If you're wondering what the frick just happened, it's a exploit that's been left in the game intentionally that allows you to force it to hold right-click. It's a weird thing. Anyway, I'm gonna go get snacks. And rest your break and other stuff. See ya! I'm back. I return. Snack break has completed. So hi, I'm back. Give me 1 second to check the frickin' ping I have been hit with. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Wait, did it freaking auto-translate? Oh my gosh. There's no way. It auto-translated through the Streamlabs thing. That's terrible. Ugh. Hold on. What an annoying design decision. Okay, it didn't do it through the Streamlabs thing at least. That's good. Konnichiwa. See, because it was the, what's the word? Verbal enunciation sound out. There's gotta be a better term for it. Syllabic version of the word, I guess. So it didn't count it. Dun, da, dun, da, da, dun, dun. I want to finish cooking this stuff. I don't know why I'm using this thing to do it. I have buckets of lava. And I also don't need steak. It's simply unnecessary. Da 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 da. Still says snack. Oh, sorry. Forgot to remove that. Stop snacking. I'll do no such thing. You cannot stop the eternal march of snacking. Alright, there we go. Ugh, blah, blah, blah. And I put it in the wrong spot. I'm a moron! Right, anyway. Whoa, what was that? Okay, there we go. Issues unissued. Zombie. I don't quite like the look of your face. Okay, the freaking... That's just bullcrap. When I'm in a bad hitbox competition, my opponent is the freaking trident. Kitter. Beef. Steak. Is that like maxed out iron? Yes, it is maxed out iron. How could you tell? I mean, I don't have thorns on all of it, but I also don't want thorns on all of it, so there you go. My world is awesome. Thank you. This is only part of it. If you haven't seen the rest, there's a couple of other streams that show off some of the other large builds I've done. This is the one that I'm centrally working on right now. To be fair, it is multiplayer. There are a couple of friends who have, you know, their builds. I don't know if I actually looked at them at all during this stream. I'm going to do that real quick for y'all. I made this stupid little dirt lump. I'm planning on expanding it properly later, but, you know. We got Toad House. You know, it looks funny. This was a thing of hay bales, but it got blown up. Mushroom. Should do a Let's Play eventually. What do you think this is, buddy? I've done a couple of things. I want to do a proper tour of it at some point, but that's just going to have to happen eventually. This is our villagers. I set all of them up this time. Not because it was my turn, but because I chose to. And because I'm the only person on this server who plays more consistently. Because I enjoyed it. Yeah, this is the Toad House. That'd be freaking sweet. The tour that I have done was a base tour of, or a world tour, I guess, partial world tour. Like a few months ago. It's a server. It's a realm, technically, but yeah, it's only my, like, people I've met IRL, though. This is a base of one of the guys who does not freaking play very often. Don't mind me, I just need to break this sign really quickly. You saw nothing on that. One of the guys on this server is a frickin' bit of an oddball, and he just went around and stole a bunch of stuff, random freaking items. Hold on, I gotta show you this chest. Guppy is gonna find you. Guppy. Crazy sign. Dude, legitimately, you have to see this thing. Like, he just went into this guy's chests, took a bunch of random singular items, and then deposited them within. Like, look at this. There was no reason for him to do any of it. Like, it looks like a freaking creative menu, bro. It's crazy. Anyway. So these two houses are, sort of connected. We're doing, like, a Hobbit theme for this, I guess, season, this month. This instance. But more specifically, they got these really nice Hobbit homes they set up. There hasn't been a huge amount of activity on the past couple of days, just because people have been doing other stuff. But most neatly, you can see some of these rooms. I don't think he's even been on in a while, but that guy's there too. Yeah, look at these incredible freaking non-slaves. Dog locked in a room. He's fine. Don't worry about him. Bromlad. Every time I see that word, I immediately think, no way! I know that character! And then I go, oh, right. It's also a type of plant. If you have no idea what that is a character from, good. I'm not telling you. It's a secret. I might want to modify that guy's house, just because he doesn't play very often. Anyway, it's supposed to be the full doorbell when you go through this door and then exit that one, or hit both of them, but, you know. I did not create it. Also, it is raining, which means that we're going to have to take a break and fish a bit. This is a necessary course of action. Fishing line. Yes. You're gonna go to sleep now that it's 1 AM? Alright, have fun. Good night. I'm gonna see if I can keep streaming for a while, because I want to. I heard a zombie noise. Fishing. Bit! You forgot about that mechanic. Yeah, it happens. I mean, fishing's not really a crazily commonly used one. Make the doorbell Christmas jingle? I mean, we could, but why? There's not really a reason to. Jingle bells? I'm not very good with note blocks, and the guy who is wouldn't want to. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. It'd be super awesome. I feel like the traditional one works fine as is. To each their own, I suppose. I'm still getting more conduits for my awesome underwater base. That's my main base. The central one that I return to every time we've completed a season, and I work on it a while. And I get cool ideas. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to do the farm portion. That's one that I've been excited to do. The villager housing in the farm sector. I really gotta set up some more automatic stuff for my, my prismarine farm, that's it. So I don't have to craft it manually. I also need to do a squid farm brink sacks. It all feels like a bit of work, you know. $10 seconds. Every dollar should be 1 second of the grid. 10 seconds. I will do no such thing. It already costs... It already, like, makes me do more push-ups. I mean, like, come on. Is that not sufficient for your hateful minds? Doth you require more pain, more suffering? Hit the gritty. Guppy's begging. Guppy's not even in the chat, bro. He's at your door begging. Guppy is your dog, yes? No, I'm not. That's a lie. Oh, Gummy is Guppy. Alright. Told you on call that is a horrible idea. Huh? Guppy is your dog. Okay, great. I'm glad that this has been cleared up. And I have not yet been told on call that that was a bad idea. But I personally do not enjoy doing it. What the I just got an Nautilus shell. I wasn't paying attention. Great. Awesome. Wonderful. Gummy is Guppy. When will you draw Tim? We're not having this conversation again. I will banish you with the banishing stick. Gummy is a dog. Gummy Gorm, is this true? Are you a dog? Man. I can't even tell what's the correct name versus the at. No, you're not a dog? Alright, understood. Despite the profile picture clearly being a critter of some sort. I do kind of wish they didn't nerf the automatic fishing farms. It'd be nice to, you know, be able to get some of their cooler loot again. I really wish mending infinity bows were still in the game, because those were just kind of awesome. Only obtainable through very specific and precise means. The living mice. Oh, you know what I do need to do as well, actually? I need to move the live chat. That is not the live chat. You can taste the rain through the screen. I'm glad it looks good, at least. Here we go. I wanted to try moving this live chat box. Not really sure where to. I mean, like here, maybe, works fine. Let me do some properties. Oh wow, you really did change any of that. Wanna make... I make you wanna stream? Huh. Well, there's nothing stopping you. You could easily do so. Would require little effort, you just click the button. It's 2:14 a.m. or p.m. for you? Because for me, it's only 11 p.m. And to be fair, I sleep at morning and work at night now, so... I work a bit inverted the normal person. a.m.? Jeez. I assume you should rest then. Gotta be like stealing your viewers by bullying them away. That's quite rude. Assuming that it's truthful, which I don't assume. Thought I saw a drowned for a moment. What? Assume the unassumed. Infer what you prefer. I heard you. Pardon, but please die. Thank you very much. Da 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 He's attempting to silence you in the call. I'm telling you, he's evil. You're in a call together? Preposterous. Absurd, obscene, defiled. Defamation. I should set up more firefly bushes. That would be fun. Ooh, especially by lava. Hide them underground so you get some cool lava particles in the air. Hide some campfires and lava. You remember watching me back in like 2022? Was I active in 2022? No, it's only been like 2 years. 24 is more accurate. 23, 24. Unless it's really been that long. It's possible. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 4 years. I hear another drowned. Dude, screw off. I'm trying to fish. It's when the no context were posted. 4 years is not, like, a crazy amount of time, to be honest. Feels like a while, though. Can't believe it's only been 4 years. It almost feels like forever. Yes. Fishing. A tripwire hook! Minecraft music is calming and depressing. I don't find it depressing. Not even really nostalgic, it's just nice. Something about all of the newer soundtracks are like that to me. Is that a dolphin? Right there. Look at that guy. What's he doing over here? Just swooping around like a little goober. This is an ocean, buddy. And it's raining. The rain is quite nice. I love the rain. Wish I could get out in the rain more often. Should really post that Casualties Unknown video soon. Man, I got so many things I should work on, but I just don't wanna. And I also need to get a better editing software set up. Thought the Nautilus was drowned for a second there. Constantly have the Minecraft music off. What a shame. What are my PC specs? Are you able to stream, record, and run at decent FPS? Yes, I am. I really don't, like, enjoy playing with the music off. Even when I play with, like, some kind of video in the background, I try to keep the music at, like, a low volume, because I like it a lot. Slowly been enjoying experiencing that sort of part of the game more often. Oh, a bow. Whoa, that's quite solid. Punch, power 4, and breaking 3. Just from fishing, too. We're looking for Mending Infinity, which I'm not sure still exists in the game, mind you, but I'm gonna keep fishing for it so long as we have rain. Subwoofer lullaby. I love the frickin' toad house. It looks so funny. Yep, that's the rain. Let's deposit that. And get back to our excavation, why don't we? Actually, I might want to sleep the night away first. The reason you found me was audibly put on a random stream and went to bed and woke up and was playing one of my videos or streams. I believe it was a stream, but yeah. A lot of my stuff is just not crazy pushed by the algorithm, which is fine, to be honest. I don't make the most complex stuff. I mean, or in general, really. Whatever, not my problem. He'll die of fire. Fish! That is the wrong box. Boom. Fish! Don't know what to do with the lily pad. I'll just throw it in there for now. Why not? 5 out of 8 necessary Nautilus shells for the next container. Hopper. I guess we'll just throw this here. Yes, yes, I have golden dandelions. I know. Preposterous. Absurd. Obscene. Infuriating. I'm out of synonyms. But yeah, I use them as decor. They look nice. Yeah. I love being able to just jump down and survive. Also, view my deplorable chasm. Deplorable chasm. I say that like it's bad. Nah, this thing is wondrous. One of my most beauticious constructions. Jump in to see what happens. I either die or I don't. I don't need to answer a question that I already know the result to. It's a pretty significant drop, even with feather falling at 4. I don't know if I'd survive. And forth we must continue. To progression and beyond. It's too bad copper can't be used for beacons. I understand why, but still. It'd be nice to be able to make copper beacons. Nothing would ever hurt the mighty context. If you died, this sentence wouldn't have meaning. Dude, I genuinely think I need to go to sleep early today. My brain is losing its mental faculties. You can tell that it's bad because I'm referring to my brain in the third person. Because there's no context. Ba 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 ba. Yeah. Alright. Another 4x4 completed. At this rate, we'll be done in the year. Probably within the next couple of days, really. If I continue streaming this as my main thing. And I mean, I won't. I got Drawn and Dark Souls and that I want to do. Why am I doing? I'm making a base. Digging out this giant chasm so I can fill it up with, structures. What, not why? Alright. So, I'm gonna fill in some of the area with sort of like layers of different cave biomes so that it looks cool and awesome. That's it. That's the entire idea. My gosh, I almost fell in again. Well, no time like the present. Am I right or am I right? He's wrong. Don't slip. I mean, I don't intend to. You never intend to slip. But you still do. I'm just doing this too, but I want to gather this in ore form for decoration purposes. It's interesting how little time it takes to do these shorter bursts. And look, I can just stand completely still, and it does the mining itself. So wonderful. Is gaming technically exercise? Not really. Like if you're doing a VR, maybe, but gaming is not exercise for your fingers. It can help with certain mental faculties, improving them, like reaction time and maybe thinking with certain puzzle games. See Baba Is You and others of the like. but it's definitely not an exercise. Your body isn't physically being exerted, which is, you know, the point of exercise. Exertion, so that you can maintain health and such. Maintain health and or get stronger, I guess. Doesn't really get your fingers stronger, but it does give you some forms of muscle memory. And can be good for your reflexes and your fingers and such. But no, gaming is definitely not an exercise. In fact, I would argue that there really isn't a definition where it is. Where am I going to be if I get a job? I mean, streaming less, I assume? It's not like it's a crazy potential. It's not like it's going to destroy my life. It's just a job. I mean... Oh no, I have to work for money and live. It's not by any means something that I would be concerned about. Nor should you be. I mean, even with how terrible things are right now, it's not like it's a crazy issue. Or an unsolvable one. Just a job. I mean, it's looking like we're gonna go into an economic recession soon, so, you know, that's not great, but what can you do? Not much, that's for sure. Not like you can stop the inevitable march of fools. Fools who'd much rather see you suffer than allow you a single penny or cent of their wealth. You live in Antarctica, do you need to pay taxes if you're in a non-claimed part? So, you need to pay taxes to your nation of origin dependent on tax laws. If you still own property elsewhere, obviously, there are some taxes to be paid in relation to just living in Antarctica, I'm certain. But even living in Antarctica is extremely difficult because, I mean, like, it's a nasty environment. Like, it's not the type of place you would ever go intentionally to live, I mean. And even if you did, I mean, there's nothing stopping your country from just saying you still have to pay us taxes. Why is living a fee? It shouldn't be, and in some parts of the world it isn't. But in the United States of America, and in most countries for that matter, there isn't a universal basic income or any other system that people can rely on efficiently to make sure that they have someplace to live. And there's not much that we can do about that because the people who are passing these legislatures are trying really freaking hard to make sure that stuff like that doesn't happen because they don't want to give equity to people. So, you know, complain about it, and keep talking about it, and eventually somebody will hear. It's not just greed, though. It's also a lack of understanding from a great number of people, and a belief that people aren't deserving of those things, even when they're basic human rights, things that should be unalienable, irrevocable, right? Like having a life, water, drinking water, food, things that we see as necessities. But there are people who believe that those things shouldn't be rights, or that they need to be earned. And for that reason, those bills that allow for that type of stuff to happen, those becoming free for the people, are passing less often. And the reason for it is generally ignorance, but also a lot of people who have those mindsets are the same people who are actually voting on these bills. And the other people who can vote on those bills, at least in the case of the United States of America, choose not to. Whether it's because they don't want to get involved, because they don't think their vote matters, which, by the way, it matters a lot, or just because they don't care. And there's even worse cases where they simply can't due to unrelated circumstances, which just sucks. But in the United States of America, a lot of this rough stuff is not directly caused by greed, but rather by foolishness and uneducated individuals. So there is some malice involved, but there is also a great deal of ignorance. And you should be speaking out against those who are intentionally choosing to withhold that right. At least I try to. Anyway, yeah. Living should be free. But it is not, and we currently have so much larger fish to fry that it's, quite frankly, difficult to focus on. Another thing that sucks is that money has non-sensible value. I mean, kinda, I guess. The value of money is never really, like, absolute or reasonable. Like, it has to be determined unreasonably, or through some other systems, because, I mean, how else are you gonna frickin' do it? Like, oh, this money is worth $1 bazillion because I say so, doesn't really work. You have to base it on, what people are willing to pay for things. The reason, like, inflation exists at all is because prices need to raise in accordance with profit margins. And then people need more money in order to afford the raised prices, and so on. It's a value that everyone collectively says. Not really. The value of money is technically set by a unspoken agreement. It really is more controlled by the government and companies that are, you know, making things cost more because they have to after a certain point in order to meet with other companies' rising costs, or with rising pay costs, or rising anything costs, really. Because it increases no matter how much nothing you do, I guess. And actions can be taken to make its value more complete, but I mean, money's value is because we say it has value, and it is also important that we allow it to have value because it gives us a method of bartering that is set and, you know, consistent. If you made it inconsistent, or something less, you know, collected, or what's the word? Organized, it would be extremely difficult to function in capitalism. And obviously, capitalism is kind of sucky for a lot of reasons, but it's not the worst. And with a lot of effort, it could and should be better. But yeah, money, the value of it is based upon a little bit more than just what we say, but also what we do. Even if everybody collectively agreed that $1 was worth 10 times as much, its actual purchasing power would be different because, I mean, why would the company just lower all of its prices to fit that when people already have way more money, right? You can't just say, oh, this is worth 10 times as much as it was before now. Because it doesn't work. People aren't going to lower or raise their prices in accordance with what is said because they can't, or because they can't afford to, or because they don't want to, or any other number of reasons. I mean, seriously. And that's fine. Just means that we have a proper set way to barter for stuff. You're chill in the politics for now, but you would be a good activist or politician. Problem is I don't want to be. Which apparently is generally a good reason to be one, but I mean, activist, sure. I would love to vouch for human rights more often. I think that that is a reasonable thing that should not require someone to be considered a politician for. In fact, I would like to argue that, in fact, being an activist towards human rights is not political at all. What is it? Chilling out with politics is fine, but I mean, this isn't a fully political discussion. In fact, a good portion of this is just explaining why it's like this. Like a philosopher or something? No. I just read a lot. And also know a lot. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm smart, but I'm able to make connections, apparently. The thing that does mean I'm smart is my math score of 1 billion. And my 72.0 GPA. No, I do discuss philosophy, I guess. I'm interested in some parts of it, sure. But it's more so just, I care about this stuff. It matters. Because a lot of it's important and affects me or people that I know or care about. And even when it doesn't, I mean, it still affects people, you know? And it kind of would suck to know that there are people who could be helped that aren't being helped. This is dumb and stupid, and I'm going to have to keep doing it. Ah. You have a track meet in the morning. Go to sleep, dude. What the frick? You should not be here if you have a track meet in the morning. Go the frick to sleep. Even more so because it's so late for you. I mean, seriously. Oh yeah, I've scheduled my getting beaten to death by gorillas class 4 hours from now. Sorry, I gotta take a rest. Come on, dude. You're only hurting yourself by staying up. Go to bed. You're a night owl? Well, for a while you probably won't be able to do anything about that, but as soon as you're able, see if you can't find a way to accommodate for yourself, you know? You drink too much tea? Caffeinated, I assume? I mean, there's nothing wrong with drinking tea. It's not like it's gonna make you necessarily awake all the time. I would recommend less caffeinated stuff, then. If it keeps you awake, don't drink caffeine later in the day. Or tea, for that matter. Drink it in the morning. Get your fix. Or find yourself some stuff that doesn't have caffeine in it and just go with that. Since you're gonna have to deal with, not being able to, you know, fulfill your night owl tendencies for a while. I assume, at least. I'm actually not sure if you're able to just, I don't know, switch to a night schedule. If you so desired. I've been doing my night schedule, obviously, as I've stated, and it does quite well for me, so... But again, it's just me, so... If you're not sleeping for a while, it feels like you're in creative mode. I would say closer to spectator, but yeah, I understand the feel. Getting proper sleep is a very important part of a healthy lifestyle. And a healthy lifestyle leads to a overall better life. Very basic. You should know this. And we continue mining away. I know what to mine, and I'll mine it all the day. In this Minecraft day. So beautiful. Da 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 da. You wanted a schedule for so long. Just your schedule fluctuates so much and you have so much schoolwork. Yeah, schoolwork makes it a pain. Sleeping at the daytime especially is difficult when you have to deal with school stuff at all. If you don't have to deal with school, of course, you can just do your own scheduling and not have to worry nearly so much, but... well, not very many people are so lucky. Thankfully, I am able to do my crap at night, at least. Because I built things such that I could. I know that there are online courses that can be taken that in at least some parts of US. If you are in the US. Actually, no way if you know. Also help Guppy singing mining away. Are they now? Or are you simply lying? So here. Yeah. You're a maple syrup drinker? I don't know what that means. You mean you just consume high quantities of maple syrup, or... you like maple syrup with pancake? Like, do you just actually eat maple syrup by itself? Seems like a fairly poor decision. Seems quite unhealthy. Not that bad. I mean, obviously it doesn't taste bad. It's maple syrup. It's 99% sugar. In fact, most of the stuff you'll buy will be like corn syrup and sugar, mostly on pancakes. Well, there you go. You answered my question. Unlimited deep slate. All for me to wield. Living mice. Do 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 do. Most of it's less processed. Being less processed doesn't mean better. In fact, in a lot of cases, the processing is actually not a negative thing. There are, of course, many exceptions. But being less processed just means that they can, you know, sell it as like a health food for a higher price, despite it technically not even being different. Which, you know, sucks. But what you gonna do about it? Unless the rules are changed. I mean, how are you supposed to get them to stop? And the rules won't be changed unless somebody wants them to be, and nobody really cares enough to, well, try to get them to, so they won't. And it's not like they need to. I don't know if you told you, you were Canadian. Oh, look at me, I'm Canadian. I live in the better part of America. Oh, I'm awesome. Mine the diamonds? Yeah, good idea. I'll mine the diamonds. I was already planning to, but I mean, like... mine the diamonds, please. Actually, you know what? You know what'd be really funny? If I just put them there and then never got rid of them. Just left them there forever. Of course I wouldn't do such a thing like that. Not right now, anyway. Into the box they go. And back to it. Making our way through the bedrock pits. It's a shame that bedrock isn't easier to consolidate. Or flatten out or anything. It'd be nice to have a flat bedrock floor to the abyss. Or make it more part of the texturing, but of course such a thing is simply challenging here. Now then. What's my pickaxe enchanted with? I sure wonder. This one's the maximum for fortune, and this one's the maximum for silk touch. They both have the max basic enchantments, obviously. I should really get netherite next. At some point in the future. Soon, preferably. Anyway, back to the silk touch pickaxe. Better sleep at 2:40 a.m. or not sleep at all. It's better to sleep. Even if you feel a little bit crappy in the short run, you're going to really, really like having been able to rest. Because, believe it or not, resting improves all bodily functions, especially the mental ones. So do that. Go to sleep. Gotta sleep. I gotta sleep. I gotta sleep. Gotta sleep. I gotta sleep. I gotta sleep. More mine crafting. First we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft. I might try to just finish the entire outline of this by the end of this stream. I don't know how feasible it is, but I want to, so I guess I will. Da 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 da. Your PC has been on for 4 days and it's still awake. Dude, I've been getting so much better about turning my computer off, giving it proper rest. Because, like, you need to make sure your computer is turned off every once in a while. They're made to stay on for long periods of time, yes, but also background functions pile up and impair performance, which is the main reason why you want to shut it off every once in a while. The main reason that I do so. Because it makes your computer work better in the long run, and it also saves a frick load on energy, so, you know, do that. Or set it to fall asleep after not being touched for like a couple of minutes, which I have also done. Whatever you can to make things a little bit, easier. Hot dang, look at this crap. It's just like half freaking eviscerated. This chasm is amazing. I gotta say that. I've been loving doing this thing. It's been awesome. I cannot wait to see what this looks like in its completed state. It will simply be divine. Build your computer once a month with a full check on thermal paste and thermal pads in the GPU. I have not opened my PC case in over 3 years, I think. That's probably the worst piece of etiquette I've committed with this thing, to be honest. I really should take a look inside and clean off my fans at some point, but I also really don't want to, because my PC's working just fine. But yeah, I don't ever open up my thing. And I know I don't need to reapply thermal paste because it's functioning fine. Sad PC. I mean, what else can you do? I'm not the greatest at messing with the hardware, and I don't want to mess anything up, so, you know. Of course, I already know about it. I know what to do. I know what to do it, but I don't wanna. You know, it's concerning. It requires care and effort, which I do not always have the capacity to perform. But sometime I will. Who knows? Maybe I'll do like a stream or something. Content-minded. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, more diamonds. Fortunately, they are outside of our reach. What a shame. I guess I can't mine any of them. Oh, boo-hoo. Ah, poo. I will banish this gravel for eternity. Because I despise it. No one will ever know. Except for those who are viewing at this exact moment, but I mean, they wouldn't tell. The darkness spreads from far up above. What stream software do I use? Just OBS. Technically, OBS and Streamlabs, the plugin for it, but just OBS. It works perfectly fine. There's not really any issues. It's basically industry standard and it's open source, so... Feels pretty goated to me. I should make an experience collection device somewhere in this base, just to, like, make repairing stuff easy. Because I could just, use allays and silverfish to do it. It wouldn't be hard. I know that I could, with significant ease, indeed, do such a thing. The query becomes whether or not I do so. 6. 6 human souls. Asgore needed it 7. I like OBS, but it's not visually appealing to you. I don't care how visually appealing it is. That part really doesn't matter nearly as much as function. If something is readable, functional, and not completely abysmal to view, then it's perfectly fine. In fact, it's actually more than perfectly fine. It's quite good. But if it's difficult to read, incredibly dysfunctional or annoying or tedious to work with, then it immediately loses all those points. But OBS just works. Like, it does all the things I need a streaming and recording software to do. And it does them very well. And there's not really other softwares that I can think of. Because I don't actually know of others. There's obviously the built-in stuff, but it's, you know, standard and pretty useless. At least for what I'm doing. But yeah, visual appeal's not super important, as long as it's not abysmal for you. Then it's solid. Do kinda wish Deep Slate was Instamine. Sucks that it isn't. There's nothing you can do to make it Instamine. It's on the tip of being too advanced for your raccoon fingers. Would that mean... I mean, it's really not that advanced. Like, I get maybe being confused with the audio mixing, but that's just audio mixing. You have to learn how to do that anyway. And sure, there might be easier softwares, but I mean... OBS is very, very functional. Wonder why Mojang did that. Did what? Banish you to the realm of suffering and pain? Like, you gotta give me more than just that. These are like 266 errors every time you press stream. It pulls up 1 if you press stream and you haven't already set up a stream thing. Make Deep Slate not Instamine? I mean, it's only not in... Like, Stone's only Instamine if you have Efficiency 5 and a Beacon with Haste 2. So, I guess it's just like this because they couldn't really, you know... it's like this because it needs to be harder to break through because it's lower down and different and whatnot. It genuinely bullies you? I don't know, man. I think maybe you need to take a look at your setup and be a little bit more cautious when you mess with things. Because it's really not, like... It doesn't cause errors that often. If you're throwing them every time, then there's definitely a bigger issue than OBS that you may need to figure out in order to prevent further issue from arising with other software. Or it just hates you. That happens sometimes. If you haven't done anything to appease your machine spirit, then, I mean, it might despise you. Reinstalled Streamlabs and OBS like 8 times and they just hate you. I mean, like, if the errors are consistently the same issue, then you have something that you can fix. Or try to fix, or troubleshoot, or something. And oh my gosh, I'm tired. Ugh. Alright. We edge ever closer to the end of oblivion. Search and locate your greatest storm. Only half the errors are consistent, you got new ones each time. Well, maybe you just didn't connect stuff right. I don't know, man. I'm not like a super smart guy all the time. I can't diagnose errors without more information, so I don't know. Good luck, though. You're un-Albert Einstein. I guess. Okay. I did get pinged as usual. It's complete bullcrap. Of course, there's nothing I can do about such things, but still. Why do I have a Sims gem on me? Do I? Oh, you mean the gemstone on the guy. It's very important. It's the seal that holds in the ancient creature within. But yeah, if it ever shatters, it's released from its sort of imprisonment, and he goes a little bit crazy. But he's perfectly fine right now, as you can see. Yeah. You'll be given no further context than this. Because there isn't any. I mean, there is, but nobody knows it. Except for me. I think you're genuinely the first person to ask that question. Ah! Oh. Yeah. My window decided to blow itself up like a bomb. Detonation and whatnot. Do you have any keyboard recommendations? Like, your friggin' keys are evil and double sometimes. Get yourself something that is reliable and not too expensive. Mining deep slate is the equivalent of a fork and plate scraping along. No, it's not that bad. Not nearly that bad. I would say maybe it's... I actually can't think of a reasonable comparison. Hold on. I'm sure I'll come up with something eventually. For keyboard recommendations, though, I mean, like, you can just go with a traditional Logitech keyboard. And if you are still getting those very quick double key things, you might want to go into your settings and check what the delay on your keys is, because... Or, I guess, delay on re-input with the keyboard keys, since that's generally what causes that issue rather than the keyboard itself. Or, in the case where it is the keyboard that has such an issue, it's a consequence of accidental double tapping. So, recommend seeing and figuring out whether you're actually tapping twice, or if it's a genuine keyboard issue, or if it's a settings issue. Because it could be any one of those things. I should really set up a hopper that just empties these out, shouldn't I? That'd be quite nice. Ah, view my obscene quantities of rock. 'Tis beautiful. Utterly beautiful. Go, my stone. Follow thine intended purpose. Hold on. I'm gonna switch cobbled deep slate to a different chest than deep slate. And the regular old boring kind. A bed is smelling good right now. Go to sleep then. Nothing stops your progression to bed. Except your own inability to simply rest. Do so and you will thank yourself later. Oh, you can hold stacks of items in those. I didn't realize that. Okay. New information. To me, at least. My word, I feel moronic. 'Tis not even a challenge, and yet I still fail with misery. I'm becoming Victorian. My apologies. It's gonna happen. Nothing can be done to halt its progression. Victorian mind virus is coming for you, and it cannot be stopped. I mean, it can be, but it's really hard and annoying, so just don't. Don't try it. It takes too long. Holy moly. Ravioli, guacamole, cannoli. I will hold on to the diamond ore. There. For now. Alright. Recovering my shulker axes. And back down we go. 'Tis such a wondrous experience, being capable of leaping to one's doom and surviving with no injuries, prolonged or otherwise. Alright, I've been going for 3 hours. I'll maybe do one more thing and then head out. How am I so jolly? Oh. Things are just nice. Despite all the horror, terrible stuff going on. I mean, there's nothing I can really do to stop it, so why focus on it too hard? Even when I do focus on it hard, I mean, there are so many, like, great things that I've been waiting for that are happening this year. Some things that have already happened that I've been waiting for. And I mean, like, just exciting, you know? Despite all the terror and horror and fear-mongering that's sort of devouring the world right now, I have things to look forward to. I have things that I still enjoy doing. Like this. And I have people who I can talk to who are, well, fun to talk to. Who are nice, who are wonderful. You're a birch lover. Why do people hate birch? Birch is wonderful. I love it. Anybody who hates birch either is terrible at building or is really, really good at building and just doesn't like birch because they have a nitpick about it. Or they just don't feel like using it. Entirely valid to not like it. I mean, you're allowed to. But it's a useful palette block, and not making use of it is foolish. Idiotic, imbecilic, etc. Peaceful little guy. I wouldn't say peaceful, but yes. I might just try taking a nap. Although I guess most people wouldn't call it that. Be more like sleeping at the normal time and then intentionally forcing yourself to wake up in the middle of the night. But it isn't for me. Because this is simply when I function. Who's the secret man that is stalking us? There is no secret man that is stalking you. Do not be fooled by the words of the ones far above. They lie. Search for reasons and ways to suppress. It's you, Guppy, and one other. Oh, you mean viewer? I mean, we don't know if they're a man, but I mean, there's somebody who's watching silently. They're allowed to do so. They should not feel obligated to comment unless they want to. The point of the stream is not to speak with me, although I like interacting with people. It's to have fun. To entertain and be entertained. No point in inflicting suffering on oneself when it is not desired, after all. Alright, we've pretty much done like half of the perimeter at this point. So, I'm gonna start heading upwards. And probably stop for the night. At least streaming. I might come back to do some more building or something myself, but off stream. 'Tis my world, after all. Wait, what? Doth you require an artifact of great import? Or is mine time valued? May I leaveth? Well, before you go, you should do both formats of stream, portrait and horizontal. I should set it up to do that automatically, to do both of them. I'm lazy and I don't usually do it, but yeah, I could. I'll figure out a way to get portrait to function a little bit better. I'll see if I can't with OBS's existing systems. Actually, I'll workshop it as soon as I'm done with this stream, but thank you for coming, folks. YouTube things, obviously. This is just for the people watching afterwards, I assume. Because there are a surprising number of people who just watch these streams over. It's weird. Come join the streams. I mean, they have consistent times. Join the Discord, etc. Do the YouTube things. And most importantly, have a nice day. Bye.